First one from Asia.
Hey Ryan, how did you, after watching film, feel that Caesar did last week, especially going up against Khalil?
Against Hicks, I think he did well. I think he played a solid game. Obviously, there's corrections, just like there's corrections with all of us. But as a whole, I think he did a good job.
I'll keep going. As y'all have used 5-6 different combinations this season. How do y'all have the continuity of your play despite plugging and playing a lot of different guys?
Well, I think our O-line group as a whole, our whole room, we have a bunch of talented guys in there. Guys that can start. I think our chemistry in the room is really good. It's kind of the next man up mentality for everyone that one guy goes down, we have faith and confidence in the guy coming in. So I think we got a group of really talented players and we mesh really well together. And I think that shows up when we go out there and play.
Next one from Nick Underhill.
Ryan, what's the challenge just when you get so familiar with the guys you're blocking and you're playing them now a third time? Does anything have to change, or do you just expect them to be who they are? Like, how do you approach that?
Yeah, I think there can be certain tendencies that I might do or he might do. That you kind of get accustomed to. So you never want to keep everything the same that you do, I guess. So throwing little change ups here and there, I think is good, especially like you said, when you're playing someone, multiple times a year.
What would be an example of like a change up you could do as an offensive lineman?
I mean, I think like in the past game, you change up your set a little bit, do something a little bit different. Obviously there's some stuff that you can't change. You got to do what you got to do, but like I said, change up sets a little bit, something like that.
Next one from Luke Johnson.
Ryan, if I remember correctly, in the last game, Shaq Barrett was saying something ahead of time, how he was like getting a new move ready for you. I'm curious if you noticed that during the game, if he tried doing something different against you.
Yeah, he tried a spin. That was I think that was his new move, because he usually doesn't do that. But yeah, he usually didn't do that, but he tried it.
How'd it work out?
It didn't.
Next one from Doug Mouton.
Hey, Ryan, the rushing numbers have been up all year this year compared to the last few years. Went over 120 yards in the first playoff game. Can you put your finger on a reason or two why, with largely the same personnel, the numbers running the ball have been so much better?
I mean, I can't really put a finger on it other than we take a ton of pride in running the ball, and we have a mentality that we're going to run the ball, we're going to do it efficiently, we're going to come off the ball, we're going to be aggressive, and kind of a beat you up mentality. So that's kind of what our mindset is going into those games, every game.
Next one from Luke Johnson.
Yeah, Drew's turning 42 tomorrow. I'm curious if you could guess what you would be doing at 42 years old. What would that be?
Oh man, I don't know. I've never thought about that. That's a long ways for me yet, so I'm not sure.
All right, I'm just correcting myself. It's Friday. He turns 42.
Okay.
Next one from Chris Donald.
Ryan, you mentioned Shaq's new spin move, but aside from technique, did you see these schematic changes from week 1 to week 9 and how they were rushing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing too crazy that pops out. Obviously they do, they like the blitz. They do a good job at doing different things. They're a good defense. There's no question about it. And, they do a good job with what they do. So, yeah.
Next one from Nick Underhill.
Your counterpart, Sharon, seems to go viral every week with the blocks. What's one of the crazy, like, do you have like a craziest moment or most incredible thing you've seen from him, either in game, practice, anything?
Oh man, he's a freak athlete. Great offensive lineman, and I think what was it, Minnesota, where he had a crack and he went and pulled and blocked the corner into the end or into the sideline or whatever it was. That was something you don't see a lot of. That was impressive.
Next one from Mike Triplett.
Ryan, I guess it can be a lazy narrative sometimes to describe a game as a quarterback versus a quarterback, but I guess if it's ever warranted, is it fair in this matchup to talk about Breeze versus Brady, and is it kind of special to be a part of a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about two, future Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and have been great at their position for a very long time. So it's it's obviously special to be a part of something like that, for sure.
Next one from Brett Martell.
So Ryan, between the quarterbacks and obviously tremendous skill, position players on both sides, there'll be a lot of focus on that. Could you just briefly divert our attention to the significance of the line play in this game and what you think will be important to accomplish there, tip the balance?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think a huge key, for us is getting the run game going. They're one of the best in defending the run, but that's obviously a huge part of our game, and helps open up different areas. So, for us, we know that's a huge goal for us is to get the run game going this week.
Next one from Luke Johnson.
Ryan, I feel like there's like a lot of stories out there about Drew's competitiveness, like just kind of across the board. What's one thing that kind of stands out to you, and like I'm asking you about that, like I'm trying to think of what the Drew Brees competitive thing is, what would it be for you?
You're saying like what sticks out?
Yeah, like is it just strictly football related, or does like he come in and just like smoke dudes with ping pong? Like what kind of stands out to you, just what, like in terms of him as a competitor?
Man, he's just so focused on his craft, and it's like every day is a new challenge for him, and watching the film or being out at practice, and it's just like he's always challenging himself to be better, and you can really see that. It's never like you said, he's going to be 42 years old. He's been playing this game for how long? You think maybe, I don't know, there'd be something where it'd be like, I don't know, he knows everything, but he's constantly, studying and working at his craft, which is that's impressive.
Next one from Catherine Terrell.
This is kind of bouncing off Luke's question, but what's the most incredible play you've seen Drew make on the field over the years?
Most incredible play I've seen Drew make. I'd have to get back to you on that one. I don't know.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sure with him, it's not even necessarily like he threw this 50-yard touchdown pass. I'm sure with him, it's more something where he saw something that most people wouldn't have seen. So I know it's a difficult question. I was just curious if anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything that pops out, but like you said, he's out there diagnosing everything, and he's a special player.
Next one from Peter.
Kind of sticking with the theme of everyone, I've had the unfortunate task of asking him about retirement at Pro Bowls in the past, and he's not a guy that wants to talk about the future. But have you seen a sense of urgency from him this year? I mean, I think we've even seen him chomping at the bit, wanting to come back after injuries the last 2 seasons. But have you seen a sense of urgency from him this year at all, or just a change in his approach? He's always a gamer. He's always competitive, but have you noticed a different nuance this year?
I think, like I said before, I haven't noticed anything, because he's always that guy. He's always coming in and competing and doing everything he possibly can to be better, to be back on the field after injury. Like I said, he's just always like that.
Last one from Josh Hussein.
Ryan, talking to somebody who knows Drew well, he says one thing that has always struck him is that Drew treats everyone with respect. meet somebody on the street, a teammate, whatever. I just want to know what you've observed. Obviously, training camp was different this year. In the past, we've seen him for an hour go sign autographs with, thousands of people. I just want to know how you've seen him, even though he's a superstar, he seems to treat everyone the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Super down to earth guy. Easy to talk to. He's doesn't have an arrogance to him. I came in as a rookie, and I'll never forget I messed up a play. I didn't squeeze the protection. I didn't pick up a linebacker, and he was really pissed off. And then after practice, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, I got your back. Like, if you need anything, let me know," which really stood out to me. Being a rookie, wide-eyed rookie, it meant a lot to me. But yeah, I mean, obviously, then in the community too, he's doing stuff, and it's just, it speaks a lot of his character.
We're all set. Thanks,